Hello everyone. In this episode of mod tutorial, I will show you how to make a turret mod from scratch. So first let's look at our turret model. You see it's just a simple model for demonstration, but they share the same structure with the complex models in the game. You need to make sure the rotation axis of the turret and the barrel meet the requirements of the turret. It's just about modeling in Blender, so I won't talk much in there. Here I'm going to create a new thing and a new folder, and the folder name should be models. Then I will import the models of the turret mode. See, you need to enable the toggle of the read-write enabled, or this will cause bug in the game. After the import has done, let's drag the models into our scene directly. So here you can see in the child objects, they will have a negative rotation in the x-axis of the transform components. So to eliminate that, let's open the models in Blender again. This offset occurs because Blender is using a different coordinate system as Unity. Let's press Shift and select all objects to set them to -90 degrees in rotation, and we press Ctrl+A to apply the rotation, and then we need to rotate all the objects by 90 degrees in the x-axis, and we save the models, and we can see the offset rotation in the x-axis have been eliminated. I would suggest you to do the same process for all the models in order to eliminate all the potential bugs. So here we choose a part type turret and we create an empty turret mode. You can see it has the same structures. So generally a turret mode is consisted by a turret parent object, a pedestal which located in the bottom, and a rotatable turret with a barrel and a muzzle which to generate our shells. So in here, let's just drag the models with a wireframe to our generated turret mode in order to view the models. You can see the position of the barrel is not right, so let's just click on the transform and choose copy component, and let's just paste the values. And then let's adjust the position of the muzzle in order to generate the shells correctly. So you can delete the turret model now. And let's put the position to 0. I will give it an ID, and you can just leave the rest of the values alone. And remember, you also need to rename the turret to meet the same ID. And I will give it a random name and a random description. Remember to choosing the build class, and I will give it a class of dual purpose guns, and you need to adjust its collider for every mode. Here you can just adjust the values, or you will click on the button and in order to adjust it with your sight. By the way, if you find it's difficult to adjust the scale, you can also click this button to change the view to orthogonal, and then you will be able to adjust the size of the collider accurately. So here's the thing you should follow. You need to make sure the size value of the collider should be elegant as possible. For example, it should be a whole number or with just one decimal. This will also prevent potential bugs in your mod package. So after we have finished the collider part, let's move to the turret component. So as you can see, the values are just what the description have said. Here I will just set them randomly in order for demonstration. So here's the thing. You see the muzzles. If you have 2 barrels in your turret mode, you need to set the muzzles count to 2, and you need to right click that and duplicate it and move the rest of the model to the right position. And also you need to remember to assign the model object to the component. Assign the new model object like that. And here we just have one barrier, so I will set it to back to 1. If you are following my procedure, the barrel, turret, and the pedestal should be set automatically. If you are not, please remember also to drag the components to the correct position. In order to make it a dual-purpose gun, you need to take the toggle of the DP gun. And here I will use a modded sound. So I think our turret mode has been finished. Let's give it a thumbnail. So for the thumbnail part, you just need to make sure it's a square image in order for the optimization. These are the example thumbnails. I will delete them and import my thumbnail. So I will suggest you to set its size as a power of 2. And you also need to make sure to set its texture type to spirit rather than the texture 2D. And you click apply. The name of the image also matters. You need to make sure it's a P plus your ID. Here we are going to make sure it meets all the requirements. Okay, I think we are fine. Now we can just export this mode to our game. Let's open the motor window again. I think I need to adjust the description a bit, along with the version number. After that, let's select the pirate mode in the left panel and we click load all objects. This tip means the object has been loaded successfully. Here I save the mode temporarily to my desktop. When this tip appears again, you need to make sure you also checked all the read and write toggle in all of your models. Here I'm going to check the toggle again, and yes, it's ticked. You can see this is the exported mode folder. You always remember to drag a preview image to your mode folder after each export. Here you go to your Steam library and open the NavavArt game folder. Go to the NavavArt data folder. Here a folder named modes already exists in my game. If you don't have that, you need to create one with the exact same name. After that, you copy paste the folder to the mode folder. Then I will call our mode has been installed locally. Let's open the game to test it. By the way, this is a cool Yamato created by our community. I highly suggest you to subscribe it from our Steam workshop. For clean demonstration, I create a new design. Let's press tab to open the inventory. Let's drag to the bottom. You can see our mode turret existing there. And the properties meet our settlement. Double click it to drag it to our thing. In order to make it to float in the test thing, I will need to open the advanced mode and adjust the scale of this cube. So let's enter the test thing. So it rotates with no problem and it fires well. The reloading time is just 5 seconds. We press P to set the AA mode to all and wait just a minute until it's just started to attack the aircraft. You can see here the dual purpose feature is also working, so our call out mode has been done. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I will meet you in the next episode.